Can you actually wrap your head around what a trillion of something looks like? I bet you can't, and honestly, it's not even your fault. Our human brains just aren't built to handle numbers that massive. It's like trying to imagine where the universe ends. Your mind just starts to glitch. A 1 followed by 12 zeros looks pretty simple on a phone screen, but trying to visualize it without context is basically impossible. Let's break it down using time, because that's where you can really feel the weight of it. Think about 1,000,000 seconds. That sounds like a lot, right? But it's actually only about 11 days. You could go on a nice little vacation, come back, and it's over. But if we jump up to 1,000,000,000, that's where things get heavy. 1,000,000,000 seconds is about 31 years. That's a third of a human life. You could go from being a newborn to having a career and a mortgage in 1,000,000,000 seconds. Now, take a deep breath for the trillion. 1 trillion seconds is roughly 31,700 years. That is absolutely mind-shattering. If you started your timer 1,000,000,000,000 seconds ago, you'd be living in the middle of the last ice age. We're talking about a world filled with woolly mammoths and giant ground sloths. You'd be hanging out with early humans who were just starting to paint on cave walls and hadn't even thought about farming yet. Now, let's get into the stuff we all dream about: cold, hard cash. Imagine you have $1 trillion sitting in your bank account. If you decided to drop $1 million every single day, when do you think you'd run out? If you started the very day the Roman Empire was at its absolute peak, around the year 01 AD, you would still be spending today. You could buy a luxury penthouse, a fleet of Ferraris, and a private island every single morning for over 2,000 years, and you'd still have over 700 years of shopping left to do. It's a level of wealth that feels totally unreal, right? If you took 1 trillion $1 bills and stacked them up flat, that Green Tower would reach 68,000 miles into the sky. That's high enough to wrap around our entire planet nearly 3 times. Or it's more than a quarter of the way to the moon. Imagine a bridge of cash stretching way past the clouds and into the stars. When we hear about trillion-dollar companies like Apple or Microsoft, they're playing a game on a scale we can barely even imagine. They have more money than the GDP of entire countries. It's literally a million millions. It's absolutely massive, and honestly, it's just wild how much power that represents in our world today. Does that make your head spin?